Next, one question, somebody had asked me for a clarification. Again, since it is from these questions, we'll just have this is from a different text. This also from official OET site. Just listen.
15 in the RST paragraph. The writer questions whether adult ADHD should have been recognized as a disorder at an earlier date. B. ADHD should be diagnosed in the same way for children and adults. C. ADHD can actually be indicated by neurological markers. D. Cases of ADHD have genuinely increased in the USA. The American Psychiatric Association (APA) recognized attention deficit hyperactivity disorder ADHD as a childhood disorder in the 1960s, but it wasn't until 1978 that the condition was formally recognized as affecting adults. In recent years, the USA has seen a 40% rise in diagnosis of ADHD in children. It could be that the disorder is becoming more prevalent, or, as seems more plausible, doctors are making the diagnosis more frequently. The issue is complicated by the lack of any recognized neurological markers for ADHD. The APA relies instead on a set of behavioral patterns for diagnosis. It species that patients under 17 must display at least 6 symptoms of inattention and/or hyperactivity. Adults need only display where.
So, what is the important things for beginners? You have to first paragraph and writer questions. Yeah, writer is questioning something. He is neither agreeing nor disagreeing, but he is questioning something. Adult ADHD should have been recognized as a disorder at an earlier date. Then next one, ADHD should be diagnosed in the same way for children, and this is speaking about diagnosis of ADHD. This is speaking about recognizing, detection, and then this is speaking about diagnosis. ADHD can actually be indicated by neurological markers. Indicators. What are the indicators? And cases of ADHD have genuinely increased in the USA. Cases have increased. So recognition here at earlier date, diagnosis, indications increased in the USA. Now the question is writer questions something. The first statement speaks about recognized attention deficit disorder as a childhood disorder in 1960s. But it was until 1970 that the condition was formally recognized as afflicting adults. This recognized comes here, right? Recognized.
Yes, sir.
But does he question the recognition? He doesn't question it. He just makes a statement. Factual
Yes,
statement.
sir.
There is no questioning. But for example, now I am telling you, I am from Karnataka. Some of you may be from Kerala, right? Whenever there is corona or COVID cases, you can hear a lot of numbers from Kerala. So we had an argument recently. You see, I told the Kerala people, now you see, Karnataka is very safe. You say Kerala is having a lot of COVID cases. Maybe the highest, they said 90+% recently. The outbreak of the new variant was 90+% cases are found in Kerala nationally. Then they argued saying that no, we cannot agree with that. It's because we are doing a lot of tests. You don't do any tests, you don't identify the cases at all. But in Kerala, we are doing a lot of tests. That's why we have more cases. What does it mean? Do they agree there are more cases in Kerala? No. Means we are questioning. Let's just read the same tone here. In recent years, the US has seen a 40% rise. It could be that the disorder is becoming more prevalent, or as seems more plausible, doctors are making the diagnosis more frequently. Now, which is correct? Disorder is becoming more prevalent, or doctors are making the diagnosis more frequently. Now, the problem is here. Is it the real fact that disorder is becoming more prevalent, or that doctors are making the diagnosis more frequently?
Diagnosis more frequently.
Okay, so the issue is complicated. So what does here means? All these 4 areas should have been recognized at an earlier date. Does it speak anything about an earlier date?
No.
Now, first statement says it was recognized in 1960. Childhood disorder was recognized in 1960s, and 1978 adult disorder was recognized. It doesn't speak it should have been diagnosed in an earlier date, so we would have more patients. It's not saying that, right? ADHD should be diagnosed in the same way for children and adults.
No.
Wrong.
The APA relies instead on a set of behavioral patterns of diagnosis. It specifies that patients under 17 must display at least 6 symptoms of inattention and/or hyperactivity. Adults need only display 5. This is just opposite, right?
Yes, Father.
Yeah, they cannot be diagnosed in the same way. ADHD can actually be indicated by neurological markers. The issue is complicated by the lack of any recognized neurological markers. ADHD can actually be indicated by neurological markers. It says the ADHD can never be recognized by neurological markers, text says. So what is it? Just opposite. Just opposite. Yeah. So what should be the answer?
D.
Cases of ADHD have genuinely increased in the USA. Means he is questioning. He is not making a statement. He is questioning. He is saying, no. Cases have not increased only because now doctors are making more and more diagnoses. That's why we have more numbers revealed. The cases themselves have not increased, or else COVID cases are present even in Karnataka and all other states of India. But Kerala has more of tests. So we have more numbers revealed. Does it mean that other states don't have COVID strains? No, other states also have. So it is questioning. Writer questions the cases for ADHD have genuinely increased in the USA. They say that there was a 40% rise in increase of ADHD in children. It could be that the disorder is becoming more prevalent, or as seems more plausible. See, as seems more plausible. How do you say? കൂടുതൽ സാധ്യത. More possibilities for what doctors are making the diagnosis more frequently. He's questioning. The real issue is not that we have more ADHD cases, but the issue is that doctors are making the diagnosis more frequently. Is that clear?
Yes,
Father.
Yeah. If you don't understand, writer questions. This is very, very important. If you don't understand, you cannot get the answer. Writer is questioning the genuinity of the statement that 40% increase in the cases. No, it's an increase in the diagnosis.
Yes.
Yes, Father.
Yeah. Now I'll give something I promised. Beginners,